I've seen where you guys use crossovers that came with a set of speakers and use the 608. Is there something I'm missing asking for? I have the same setup. All right, here's the deal. If you guys caught like the Instagram 5 minutes of 5-star from last week when we did the Raptor, if you didn't get to see it, don't worry, you'll catch it on the recap video Wednesday or Thursday or when the heck I release that. The question is, why do we have a DM608 digital processor in there and 2 of the most gigantic passive crossovers you've ever seen in that car? Why is it like that? Why did we hook it up that way? We have a DSP, so there's no reason to have those passive crossovers, right? No, wrong. Here's the deal. When you have channels are power. So in that case, if you looked at the amplifier, there was a 4-channel amplifier and there was a monoblock amplifier. That's 5 channels of audio. When we were putting the speakers in, we put in a set of tweeters, put in a set of mid-range, we put in a set of rear coaxials, and a subwoofer. That is 7 channels of audio. Bum, bum, bum. What that means is that, hey, that's weird, right? No, that's just what we had to deal with. So the 4-channel amplifier went on the fronts, which would be consistent of the tweeter and the mid-range, and the rear went on the rear, and the sub went on the sub. He wanted rear fill. The DSP is only going to give us the crossover for the mid-range, meaning it's not, we can't set it, the tweeter has to know when to stop. It can't just play all the way down. So you need a crossover for that. That's what the passive crossover is doing. The passive crossover is telling the tweeter, it's giving it the bottom for the tweeter and the top for the mid-range. All right, and then the DM608 is providing the bottom for the mid-range. That's what it's doing. Just because we have a DSP and all the power that's there doesn't mean it's doing everything. It can't in this situation. Now, it's an 8-channel DSP, so if he wanted to, he could have got another 2-channel amplifier, and yes, we could have gone full active with it. It probably would have taken up just as much room because those crossovers were this big.
No, that big.
Yeah, they were huge. So that's what's going on there. So just because you have a DSP doesn't mean you get to do all the cool things you want with it. Factory does the same thing. So like if you buy a German car and it's got a 3-way active set up front where it's got a tweeter, mid-range, and a mid-bass, guess what? The tweeter and the mid-bass are on 1 channel. The tweeter and the mid-range are on 1 channel. The mid-bass is on a 2nd channel. There's 2 audios. There's 3 speakers there, but there's 2 channels of audio feeding it because there's a passive crossover between the mid-range and the tweeter. It's common practice. Home audio. Ooh, let's not even go there, but let's go there, shall we? So if you have a big set of home audio towers where you got a tweeter, mid-range, mid-bass, subwoofer, 4-way passive system. Okay, so somewhere in there is a giant crossover. And what are you feeding it with? 5.1 surround with multi-layers of equalization and all kinds of fun and excitement. It somehow manages to sound fine. Crazy. It's very, very weird.
Okay,
so that's what it's doing. Okay,